The Black Dahlia is known as one of the most gruesome murders of the 20th century. Her killer was never convicted, and he could still be at large to this day. Elizabeth Short was born in 1924 in a small Massachusetts town called Hyde Park right outside of Boston. When she was 19, she moved to California to live with her father, Cleo. Shortly after, she ventured out on her own to Los Angeles and was arrested for underage drinking. Mark Hansen, a club owner, took her in after this incident. She lived for the nightlife, dreaming of becoming a film actress. The aspiring starlet spent the next few years moving about Southern California, staying with people she met during her travels. Elizabeth met a woman by the name of Dorothy French and moved into her San Diego home. While living there, Elizabeth was picked up by Robert Manley. He dropped her off at the Biltmore Hotel in Los Angeles. This would be the last place she was ever seen alive. 1 week later, Elizabeth's naked, dismembered body was found in a vacant parking lot in downtown LA. A newspaper called the Herald Express referred to this as the Black Dahlia. No one knows why or how this name came to be. All LAPD could come up with was two basic theories about this murder. One was that Elizabeth knew her killer, the other was that it was a complete stranger. Neither have been confirmed. However, they were convinced that she did know her killer because the mutilations on her naked body indicated a personal vendetta. It's believed that the killer may have wanted her to appear vulnerable and exposed for the assumed wrongdoings that she had done to him. On January 23, 1947, just 8 days after her murder, a newspaper called The Examiner received a call from someone claiming to be Elizabeth's killer. They offered to send in her belongings to prove it. They received a package the next day containing her birth certificate, business cards, photos, and an address book with Mark Hansen written on the front. He became a prime suspect. Elizabeth's shoes and handbag, which she was presumably wearing the last night she was seen, were found in a nearby dumpster the same day. The proximity of this dumpster to the vacant lot where her body was found indicated that the killer was within walking distance of both locations. From this point on, letters comprised of magazine clippings came flooding into the mailboxes of local news sources with no return address. Additionally, LAPD received many anonymous tips, all of which led nowhere. Because her body was severed perfectly into two halves, detectives assumed that Elizabeth's murderer had a medical background. In addition, all of her organs had been removed, all blood drained from her body, and her mouth sliced ear to ear. They investigated several medical students, but Mark Hansen was the first to be arrested. He was released within a few days after his alibi checked out. Everyone who knew Elizabeth became a suspect. 60 people confessed to her murder, but only 22 were deemed viable suspects. They included doctors, surgeons, police officers, and a couple medical students. Since this original list of suspects, many more have arisen over the years, and the total amount is 162. The following facts remain unknown: what Elizabeth was doing the entire week before her murder, where Elizabeth was killed, and who killed Elizabeth. This case remains cold to this day. With no further leads, LAPD has no intention of reopening the case.